Welcome back to the 2 Minute Warning, episode 446. Today, I'm excited to be back on the topic of Major League Baseball. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys kind of a preview of what opening day looks like for the Los Angeles Dodgers, of course. Today being the 15th of March, with regular season set to start on regular opening day, April 1st. We are just outside of 2 weeks from the first pitch of the season, which is super exciting. So again, today I'm going to be giving you a preview of Dodgers opening day. But first, question of the day, kind of a question for you guys to answer based off your own opinion. I want to hear who you guys think is the best team in baseball this season, or who's going to be. Of course, you can make good arguments for the Dodgers, but also the Padres, the Braves, the Mets. You can make arguments for several teams, the White Sox, the Blue Jays, whatever, the Yankees, of course. So there's several different options of who you think is going to be the best team this season, but I want to hear your opinion. And then at the end of the video, I'll kind of give you mine. But again, let's get into the video. What does opening day look like for your LA Dodgers? Well, they did announce today that Clayton Kershaw will be getting the mound on that day. Of course, the Dodgers in Colorado versus the Rockies, which not a good organization at the moment, so I'll get into that in a minute. But Kershaw getting the start, I think this is good. You got a pitching staff with younger guys, Trevor Bauer, Buehler, Dustin May, Price, who's not a younger guy, but not a season opening starter either for this team. So I'm glad they're giving the rock to Kershaw. He's your opening day starter. That makes sense. He's the veteran. He's the guy. He just got his first ring, so he is on top of the world right now, and he is the veteran of that pitching staff. So I'm glad he's getting the start. As far as the rest of the lineup, of course, behind the plate, we'll likely see Austin Barnes, or we will see Austin Barnes start the season behind the plate, despite having Will Smith, one of the best younger catchers in the game right now. Kershaw does prefer Austin Barnes, so we'll see him behind the plate. We'll probably see Max Muncy getting the start at first. Shortstop, of course, we'll see Seager. Third base, we'll see Justin Turner. The outfield, we'll certainly see Betts and Betts out there for sure. Bellinger, I'd like to see him. Hopefully he does start. He is battling that shoulder injury that I believe he will be recovered from, and he will be ready to play opening day. But I have heard a little bit of skepticism on whether or not he'll be ready to play. So hopefully we'll see an outfield with Bellinger in center field. And then left field will likely belong to A.J. Pollock. I left out second base because I do believe that who's going to start, Lux or Chris Taylor? Ideally, what I think the best situation for the Dodgers is I like Chris Taylor in the outfield. I say stick Chris Taylor in left field, give Lux second base. But I know Lux did have a tough season last year. He hit like 160-something. So he didn't swing the bat very well. And I know Chris Taylor does play second base, so maybe we stick Chris Taylor at second and Lux on the bench and Pollock in left. But this is all depending on whether or not Bellinger is healthy, and as of right now, I believe he'll be healthy and ready to go opening day. So that puts Bellinger, of course, in center, Mookie in right, and I'm going to say A.J. Pollock in left and Chris Taylor at second. So again, my starting lineup, what I have for opening the season with the Dodgers, of course, Kershaw on the mound, again, announced today he will be starting. Austin Barnes behind the plate, Muncy at first, Chris Taylor at second, Seager at shortstop, Justin Turner at third, and then left field, A.J. Pollock, center field, Cody Bellinger, and right field, Mookie Betts. Of course, Mookie Betts, first year with the organization last year, they get a World Series. So Mookie Betts is super important to that team. But the Cubs have been swinging the Dodgers have been swinging the bat very good in spring training. Seager's got 5 home runs already, and I know I've seen Turner swing the bat pretty well. A couple guys from off the bench swinging the bat pretty well. Haven't seen a lot from Mookie Betts or Bellinger, to be honest with you, but I know that lineup's going to be ready to go opening day. Of course, like I said, with Seager swinging the bat as good as he is right now, and of course, not to mention, which I haven't gotten to yet, is the fact that they're going to be in Colorado. Not sure, the Colorado starter has not been announced, but I mean, looking at their rotation, looks like they'll see German Marquez, I think, starting pitcher. Really nothing about this Rockies organization is elite right now. Of course, you have Trevor Story, who I do believe is the best shortstop in baseball, and you do have Charlie Blackmon in the outfield, which I think, while he is old, he swings the bat pretty well. So the two highlights of that Rockies team are Trevor Story and Charlie Blackmon, but really not going to be much of a match for this Dodgers team. So I should see the Dodgers come out and really handle business. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised they take the first game of the year and win it 8, 9, 10 to nothing, because that's what this Dodgers team should be able to do to teams like the Rockies, who you're looking at the Dodgers, who are, it's hard to argue that they're not the best team in baseball, versus the Rockies, who you can make an argument they're the worst team in the game right now. So with the fact of course they traded away Nolan and they gave away all that money and all that, so that's all true. And then from the pitching standpoint, like I said, Kershaw getting the mound, I would expect him to be very good. Of course, opening day, he's historically pretty good, very good early in the regular season. So, of course, you'd expect regular Kershaw, his fastball low 90s and his curveball getting a lot of outs for him. So, really, the only time Kershaw's ever had issues or skepticism with his production is in the postseason, because the regular season he is lights out. That's just how Kershaw is. I do expect him to have a good year this year. He is aging, I think. I think he is 35 now, so he's definitely getting there age-wise. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm over top. He's 32, coming on 33 in the next week. So Kershaw's about to turn 33, so he's not super old, but he is definitely towards the last couple years or good years of his career. So we should expect Kershaw to be good this year and be a big part of this pitching staff into the next year or two. But we do expect in the next several seasons for his production to go down. But I think Kershaw should be regular old lights out Kershaw this year. And then a pitching staff with Bauer, with Buehler, Dustin May, Julio Urias working into that starting rotation. This Dodgers pitching staff should be lights out this year. Like I said, regular season is set to start April 1st, just over 2 weeks from now. So I cannot be more excited for this baseball season and what these Dodgers have in store for us in 2021. Because as far as expectations, they couldn't be any higher for this Dodgers team. They broke their own curse of not being able to win the big game. Last year, of course, took the World Series over the Rays, and now they've gotten Trevor Bauer on top of their already elite roster. So now they've just gotten better. And then out of the bullpen, so many options for this game after Kershaw. I keep talking about him. I really like Julio Urias, the lefty that closed out World Series Game 6 last year. Got the strikeout over Willie Adames. Yeah, he's very good, young lefty. I'm not sure how the Dodgers are going to use him, though, because I think that they have looked into, or I've heard they looked into using him as a starter, but as looking at projected starting rotations, he's not in it. So will he be out of the bullpen, because that's what he was last postseason. But the Dodgers bullpen have so many options. I mean, Brusdar Graterol they used a lot last postseason. Kenley Jansen, of course, they used a lot. Joe Kelly, who they should use a lot. I think he's a pretty good pitcher. But there's so many different options for the Dodgers bullpen to help Kershaw out afterwards. But again, bottom of the line, I expect this is a game the Dodgers should come out and win by 6 runs at least. And realistically, I mean, it is pro baseball, so I bet Trevor Story's good or could be good for a home run easily. So, I mean, not that they're going to shut out the Rockies. I don't think they'll come out and win 10-0, but I do expect them to win 5, 6, 7 by 8 runs, maybe win 8-2, 10-2, whatever. So the Dodgers should absolutely dominate this Rockies team, but it is pro baseball. Anything can happen. But bottom line is, Dodgers going to Colorado, opening up the season with Kershaw on the mound. I think that's just great baseball, and I'm super excited for it. That's really all that I got to say, guys. I want to hear your opinion, what you think opening day looks like for the Dodgers. Because again, for me, you got Kershaw on the mound. You got the best lineup in baseball against one of the lower talent baseball teams right now in the Rockies. So I expect the Dodgers to absolutely take care of business and carry that momentum into the rest of the year and win 105 plus games. So that's what I got for the Dodgers, guys. Again, comment below whether or not you agree with my take for Dodgers opening day. And as far as our question today, if I'm gonna answer who I think the best team in baseball is, I think I'm going to have to go with the Dodgers. It's hard to go against them, but you can absolutely make a great argument for the Padres, for the Braves, for the Yankees, and maybe even for the Mets, like I said. So, guys, that's all for the video. Thanks for watching. 2-minute warning.